Hiya, Georgie. What a nice boat. Do you want it back? Yes, please. You look like a nice boy. I bet you have a lot of friends. Do you want a balloon too, Georgie? I'm not supposed to take things from strangers. Oh, well, I'm Pennywise the dancing clown. Pennywise, meet Georgie. Georgie, meet Pennywise. See, now we're not strangers. I better get going. Oh, without your boat. Georgie, here, take it. That was my Pennywise impression. So here is gonna be my quick little review of the new It movie that I saw not too long ago. I'm gonna give you the good, bad, and my final rating of the movie. Let's start with the good, I guess. First off, most of the kid characters. All of them except for two, and I'm gonna get that into the bad section, but pretty much almost all of the kids were really good and fantastic. They were funny. They were funny. They felt like they had a bunch of chemistry together. Like they were actually like real friends in real life. Uh, yeah, the movie. Second thing, it's shot well. The direction of the movie is amazing. Everything looks just perfect. The establishing shots, the like low angles of Pennywise and stuff, those shots are amazing. Thirdly, Pennywise himself. Pennywise, I can see him being very in the middle for people. And by the way, I have not read most of the book. I've only read like the first 50 pages. And that's all I'm going off of. Ooh. Burp. But people say they got Pennywise right in the movie. Uh he was really good. Some of the scenes, even though they're probably supposed to be scary, they kind of came off a bit too funny for me. And I know that could have been in the bad part, but when those scenes where he wasn't really scary, they were still amazing. Anyways, like near the end of the movie, it's not really a spoiler, but they have kind of like a circus concert kind of thing where there's like a Jack in the Box and it's like introducing Pennywise the dancing clown, and there's like a huge stage that like comes apart, and then he's like in the middle and he starts dancing while he's like looking up and he's like frowning. Even though that scene was probably supposed to be scary, I laughed my butt off. But it was still amazing anyways. But he's a lot meaner than the original Pennywise, which I have seen. The original It movie with Tim Curry. It's so hard to decide between which one's better. The original the original is more like friendly than this new Pennywise because the original was on TV and you can't really show a lot of things on TV. In this movie, they just show whatever they want. You see him ripping a kid's arm off, you see him like puking in front of a kid, and like you see his like you see him getting impaled. You see a lot of things in this movie. And that's really all I have to say for the good. Most of the movie was amazing. Remember most of it. And let's get into the bad. The bad, the two kids. I think it was Stan and Mike. They didn't really do anything. They kind of just stayed in the background and stayed in the background. They didn't really help any. It seemed like when things were going down, they were just kind of, there. And people say that the fat one, Ben, I think his name. I'm bad with names, guys. I'm sorry. Which is the one I can relate to the most. But Ben, people say he didn't really do much, but I'd say he did a lot more than Stan. He's the one with the curly hair, and Mike is the black one. I would say Ben, he did more things than both of them combined. I would say. The other bad thing, there isn't really much of another bad thing about this movie. I loved it from beginning to end. Like, my most major gripe was the whole, two whole kids thing. Pennywise was amazing. Even though some scenes were probably supposed to be scary, they kind of ended up funny, but they were still amazing anyways, and I'm sorry that I'm snotty. And yeah, that's probably the only bad thing about this movie. I thought it was the best movie I've seen all year. And that's not really saying much due to the movies I've seen all year. Kong, Split, Alien Covenant, and now this. Or should I say it? And I know this review was kind of, not the best, but I wanted to get it out as fast as I can for y'all. Oh yeah, some of the CGI was bad. But only some of it. Not all of it. Just some of it. But I know it's not the best review ever. I wanted to get my opinion out to you guys as fast as possible. And if I were to rate this movie, I would give it a 9. A 9 out of 10. I would recommend this movie if you're a fan of Stephen King. If you didn't like the original and you are looking for a better It adaptation, I would say go for it. Go for this one. I haven't seen the original in so long. The only thing I can remember is Tim Curry as a clown. Everything else I kind of forgot. But yeah, I would give this movie a 9. I know it's not the best review ever. I know I said that 3 times already, but see you guys. I would recommend this movie a lot.